Hi, Virgo, and welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we are going to take a look at what's going on in your love life, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. All right. Okay, so the overall energy for this reading is the Emperor, okay? This is Aries energy. It is talking about, you see what it says at the bottom? It says, I make empowered choices, okay? So like I said, it's Aries energy. This is talking about like a boss energy. You could be sitting in this energy. This could be talking about the new person. We're going to clarify to see, okay? Then we've got the Five of Pentacles showing up. This is talking about feeling left out in the cold. The affirmation, though, says, I am supported and never alone. So if you have been feeling left out in the cold, Spirit is telling you you're always supported. You have a beautiful spiritual team behind you, Virgo, that has your back. Okay. But this could be the twin feeling like this because you may have turned your back on them. Okay. Then we've got the Page of Cups showing up here. This is a water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This card is Pisces, and at the bottom it says, I am as young as I choose to feel. But in this case, I'm glad. The reason why I'm laughing is because that's not what Spirit is saying with this card. This is someone who is very immature, someone who, is childish, who does not know how to handle relationships, someone who is all about, very selfish, all out for self. Okay. They may be coming in trying to give you a love offer that comes along with an apology. Okay. Then we've got the Strength card here. This is Leo energy. It can talk about holding yourself back. So I feel like at this point, both of you are holding yourselves back because the twins started out holding themselves back after you let them know how you felt. And I feel like now in retaliation, you've started to do that with them as well. And I feel like you're right. You're right to do that because why are you going to try to give love to somebody who doesn't want to give it to you, right? So it says, I can deal with whatever comes my way. So I feel like with this card, Spirit is also telling you to believe in yourself, okay? And to free yourself. I hear Fantasia. I think that's Fantasia that sings that song that says, go ahead and free yourself. That Spirit telling you that it's time to leave this person alone if you haven't already, okay? Because you got somebody else coming, okay? And they showing up as a damn king. They ain't showing up as no page, okay? So this person has water aspects, I feel, as well. Because this is water, or somebody with water, or they can be Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, but when this shows up, this for me is Cancer, okay? So this person may have Cancer aspects, or you may have, or you both may have, okay? So it says at the bottom, I am my own anchor, all right? So this person is, they're healed, they're balanced, they support themselves. And I feel like, you and this person are going to have a meeting of the minds because you're going to be the type of person at that point when the two of you meet up where you're going to be your own anchor as well. This is about balancing yourself as well. Okay. Then we've got the Six of Wands here. This is Spirit saying that your dream lover is on its way, that it wasn't the twin. It's this new soulmate that's coming. Okay. Bottom of the card, it says, I am proud of what I achieve and I accept my reward. So you also may have a promotion coming, some type of recognition coming with the Six of Wands as well. But what Spirit is telling me specifically with that card is that your dream lover is about to show up, and it's going to be a long-term, stable, and committed relationship if that's what you want. Okay. So we're going to start by clarifying the Emperor. Yeah. See, this is about you standing in your independent energy. It's like Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of passion between you and this new person. Okay. And you're also going to be receiving messages from them, through like music. Okay. Let's clarify one more time. Then see, there's your twin flame showing up there too. So, this person is going to come back and try to reconcile with you once they see you starting to move away or feel you pull your energy away for the final time when you decide to go off with this new person. Okay. So that's what Spirit is telling you by this twin flame card, that the twin flame hasn't gone anywhere. They're still hanging around. They're still hanging in your energy. Even if you've done things to try to get them out of your energy, you try not to think about them. You try not to, interact with them. You try to stay away from them and continue to no contact. This person is still hanging out in your energy is what Spirit is saying. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the card that represents you this week, we have the Three of Swords. If you have Leo placements, you need to watch the Leo reading, because this is the exact same card they got for their placement in their reading. Okay. So the Three of Swords, it says, I see things exactly as they are. So this is talking about third party. It could mean third party, meaning you, the soulmate, and the twin. It can also be you, the twin, and whoever they've got as a third party, because we all know they out there in the streets. They could be married. They could have kids with someone else. But like I said, there's definitely a karmic that they're dealing with outside of this connection. Okay, let's clarify. So we've got the karmic family card. So it is talking about there's somebody in your family, Virgo, that you got to deal with. This is somebody that, because I think I think Virgo got this. I'm not Virgo. Leo got this as well, where there's somebody. If you say black, this person says white. They are very petty. They pick a lot of arguments with you and just try to pick you and keep you in a problem. It's like you'll be in a good mood and this person will come in out of nowhere and try to start shit with you, that type of stuff. So whoever this is, you know who it is. Spirit is saying that the two of you have come back into this lifetime to sort things out. So for you, it just may be a situation where you just choose to forgive this person and love them from afar. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I've had to cut out some people and do that same thing to them, because I refuse at this point in my life to have anybody that is not reciprocating what I bring to the table. If they're not reciprocating it, they can't be here. That's my thing. They can't be in my energy. Okay. Because I only have a certain amount of slots, and I'm not letting any and everybody be in there, because that was the problem in the past. Okay. You just letting anybody in. And then, what they say, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So now, this is about you being more discerning about who you allow into your life and who you allow into your energy, because you're working on yourself, trying to be a better person, trying to be the best person you can be. And so once you get to that level, you can't just allow anybody in. Like this twin, I think you've realized that this person does not have your best interest at heart. They're nowhere near on the same level as you. They don't want to heal. They don't want to be better. They don't want to use the relationship the two of you have to inspire themselves to be better. So they just hanging out, just being who they are. And they think that by watching you and trying to get information on you, they're going to be able to control you and get you back into the old cycle the two of you were playing out. Okay. Let me pull a card. I'm going to pull a card on this and see what comes up for them. Okay, we got two that fell. So yeah, they're trying to gain knowledge about this connection. But I feel like the reason why they're trying to gain knowledge about it is so that they can exploit it and use it for their own good, because it's about control. They just want to control you and be able to come in and out of your life like they used to. That's all it is. Then we've got the self-deception. So this person can't be honest with themselves. They're lying to themselves. They're in denial about how they feel about you. They're not wanting to come to Jesus and realize that they need to heal. They're not looking at, how they fucked up the relationship, because they're still blaming it on you and saying it's all your fault. Okay. So when someone sits in that type of diluted energy, there really isn't anything you can do but to walk away. That's all you can do. Okay. Excuse me. I'm getting over a cold. So, okay. So Spirit is telling you it's time to cut this person out of your life. Okay. If you're wanting to move on, you're ready to move on to greener pastures, you're ready to let stuff go. Spirit is telling you it's time to stop the patterns. Okay. And use this separation to cut this person out of your life. Okay. Then we've got camera. Spirit is telling you to go back in the past and look at the patterns that have occurred in all of your relationships, and not just romantically, because this didn't start with this relationship. It started way back in the past. It was some type of trauma you may have been through, some type of abuse you may have been through, and it could have been anybody. It could have been in school with bullying. It could have been At home, you may have had some bullies living in your house because you got somebody here with the karmic family card that you got an issue with that needs to be dealt with, because just because somebody's your family and you share the same DNA, it don't mean they can't be narcs either. I mean, it doesn't mean they can't be narcs too, because I got some of them in mind. So you can't, just say just because this person is your family, because see, that's some stuff I feel like society tries to use to control people. Because you'll hear people, like, you'll talk about a problem that you have with somebody in your family, and you'll hear somebody say, but that's your family. And I'm like, so what? Because if they really were my family, and they really cared about the relationship, they wouldn't act like that, right? If the relationship was really that fucking precious, they really loved you like they supposed to, there would be no karmic family card, right? You would just be moving on, pushing on, and it would be good. All would be good in the hood. So anyway, Spirit is just telling you to learn from the past, learn from your past mistakes, so you can make different decisions in the present. Okay, so when it comes to the other side, your persons, we got the Four of Wands and the Six of Cups. Okay, so this is talking about your new person. This is somebody that you've shared past lives with. This person has soul recognition. They understand that you are someone from a past life. Okay, because they're already in love with you. They're wanting to marry you. They're ready to walk down that aisle, sweetheart, or to wait for you at the end of the aisle while you walking down. All right, that's what this is telling me. Let's clarify. Six of Cups and the Four of Wands. Okay, so let's talk about the good stuff first. Well, no, let's talk about the other stuff first, and then we'll end with the good stuff. So we've got a suppression card showing up. This is the twin. Okay, the twin is driving himself nuts, or themselves nuts, herself or himself nuts, with this suppression card. They are about to explode, okay, because they've been numbing themselves. For some of y'all, for years, they've been numbing themselves, trying to not, come to you and face the music and tell you how they feel. Okay. So this is about them bottling up their emotions, not allowing themselves to think or feel certain things with this suppression card. And then we've got this forgiveness card. Okay. Because I told you, they walking around mad at you, thinking you did something when it was them the whole entire time with this forgiveness card. Okay. So they've got to forgive themselves for falling short, but then that requires, you to take accountability, or this person to take accountability, and they're not very good at that. Okay. But we also have the blowing kiss card. This is representing the new person, the soulmate. So it says unconditional love. This is going to be somebody where, it's reciprocal. You're both going to be giving and receiving to each other. It's going to be equal love, equal give and take. You're going to have insane chemistry with each other. Okay. A lot of fairness. Okay. A lot of love and a lot of affection being returned. The Spirit is trying to highlight that. Okay. I see this right here being underlined, returned. Okay. So it's going to be a thing where what you give out, you're going to get it back with this new person. Okay. So when it comes to the energy between the both of you, we have the Four Swords. Okay. This is like the mini hermit for me. So this is Spirit saying, both of you need the time to each other during this separation period to focus on yourselves, to level yourself up enough to, be the best you can be when you get into this connection with each other. Okay. So it says, I take the time I need to rediscover my vitality. Okay. So like I told you, this is mini hermit for me. So it's you going it within, looking at the past, healing the things you need to heal, cutting out the things you need to cut out. And, like I said, stepping into this new energy so you can welcome in this new person. Let's clarify. Sorry about clearing my throat, but I'm at the end of this cold, and it's like, to me, it's like the worst part. Okay, so again, we've got the music. All right, so it says messages received through music and lyrics again. And then we have stillness. Spirit is talking about recommendation to meditate. So it says quieting one's mind and staying connected to one's true self. This will help you through this situation, especially for those of you who are trying to get away from this twin. Okay, and you might feel like the situation keeps pulling you back. Meditation is going to help you to kind of break the chains and move forward. Okay. When it comes to the twin, they're trapped. They feel trapped. They try to move away from you, but part of their karma is still being deeply in love with you while you're walking away. Okay. And they can't understand that. And I feel like they're angry with you, not just because they feel like you were the one that tanked the relationship between the two of you, but also because they don't understand why they can't walk away, but you seem to be walking away. You seem to be doing good. You seem to be thriving because, like I told you, they watching you. Okay. Okay. One more card. Okay. So we've got Hammer. So this person has been sabotaging things and then trying to fix them all their life. Okay. This is them, they just persist in this energy. They're not trying to fix what has happened between the two of you, because like I told you, you got to take responsibility to do that, right? So, they're always working on it, always a work in progress, but they never get anything done is basically what Spirit is saying. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to the outcome card that we have, we've got the Two of Wands. Okay. And it says at the bottom, I focus on what I want and I make it happen. This is the affirmation you need, Virgo, because you're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to make a choice between this old person, who tried to drag you down in the damn gutter, and between this new soulmate that's coming in, like I said, that's already marriage minded, ready to get down on one knee, thinking about the rings, thinking about, excuse me, where y'all will live, the type of life you will have. This person daydreams about you quite a bit. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay, so this is about you aligning to what it is that you want, is what Spirit is saying. Align yourself to it, and then when the time comes, make the choice on who it is you want to be with. And of course, Spirit is recommending the soulmate. But at the end of the day, you're an adult, and you're all adults, and you can make your decision based on what it is you want. But Spirit is warning you that if you decide to go back through another cycle with the twin, it's just going to be more the same old, and you're just going to end up getting hurt again. Okay. And Spirit is trying to avoid that, trying to keep that from happening to you. Okay. So we've got spirituality. I feel like this is going on. This is what's going on with the new person. Okay. This is somebody that's tapped in like you. They may be an empath as well. This is somebody that listens to their intuition, whereas your twin is running from all things intuitive. They're running. They don't want to have anything to do with that side of their personality. Okay. Then we've got the clock card, needing time, cycles, and takes time to heal, progressing. So that is what is needing to occur at this time. You have to take this time, this separation, okay, when you're separated from the twin and you're separated from the soulmate, to focus on you, to go after what makes you happy, what lights you up, and to heal the triggers that keep popping up in relationships. Okay. And like I said, it doesn't just have to be romantic relationships. It can be any type of relationship. Okay. So you need that time to do that, because you want to step into this new relationship with this new person. You want to step into it the best way you can. You want to show up the best way you can. Okay. You don't want to go into something like, the way the twin treated you. That would be the equivalent. If you didn't heal yourself and then you tried to get in a relationship with a new person, that would be the equivalent, not of you acting like the twin, but you doing the same thing the twin did. They got into it, they don't want to fix anything, and they just okay with the way that they are. Not to say that you would be okay with the way you are, but you would see, if you got into a connection with this person and you were unhealed, you would see what would be happening, and then you wouldn't be able to sustain the connection. So in order to stop that from happening, Spirit is telling you, heal yourself ahead of time. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some messages. We're going to start with Spirit and see what they want to tell you. Excuse me. Okay. So we've got affection. Spirit is saying an open display of love and special attention to each other's needs is warranted. Okay. So this is just talking about, you and this person. Remember, it said affection returned. So whereas you were trying to give the twin affection, and the twin was like, whatever, this person is going to be returning exactly what you give them. Then we've got memories. Past events and times together are fondly remembered. Okay. So this could be the twin thinking about, the past and reminiscing and, trying to romanticize it or whatever. But like I said, they're watching you, trying to figure out how to get back into, cahoots, or get back into a good position with you. That's why this is showing up. But it's also Spirit saying with the memories card, go back and look at these memories and, figure out the things you need to figure out about these situations so that they don't repeat. Okay, now we're going to get some messages. We're going to start with the twin, let them get their crazy out, and then we'll move on to the new person. Okay, so we have, I cannot give you what you want or deserve. I'm sorry. Okay, so this person knows, they know that they're not willing to meet you where you are, or to try to be better, or to level themselves up to get to where you are. So it's like, that's why I'm saying it's not important to them that the two of you have a relationship. They just want to, they just want to get it wet. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. So we've got, I am distracting myself to avoid thinking of you. We just talked about that. The numbing, they drinking and drugging and, out in the streets, trying to not think of you while they with somebody else, doing all this kind of stuff, trying to convince themselves that the feelings they feel for you, they can find those feelings with someone else. And then we've got, I cannot be vulnerable with you. I'd rather hide in the darkness before I let you see inside me. Like I told you, this person has massive self-worth issues. They don't think very highly of themselves, even though they like to come out like that peacock. There's a card that says pride and ego, and it's a peacock. Let me see if I can find it so I can show you this card. I think it's in this other deck. But they peacock and come out like that, but deep down inside, they have horrible, they think very badly. There it is. There it is. This is how they like to come out, right? They like to pretend that this is who they are, all right? But this is what they really feel about themselves. And so, like I told you, they lay in bed at night and wonder why you feel the way you feel for them, because they don't even love themselves. So if they don't love themselves, they don't understand why you have feelings for them. Okay. and someone that's thinking like that, you can't level with them. You can't try to get them to understand whatever. It's like this person is like caught, like it's like they got a fishbowl over their head, right? It's like that, how I tell y'all that magician's tank filled with water, and the person falls into the water and they're handcuffed to the bottom or whatever, or they're handcuffed to the bottom, and then they fill the tank up with water, and you beating on the glass, you trying to tell this person how to get out of the tank, but they're not listening. It's the same thing. That's what they're doing. They're so caught up in their own idea of themselves, and the lies and the masks and all the things that they're doing, that they don't, they can't even hear you screaming at them, and they can't hear you. Okay. All right. Now let's get some messages from the new person. Ooh, they waiting to talk to you. It says new beginnings. I'm ready to start again. I have realized what I was missing in my life, and that's you. This new love has given me a fresh perspective and changed who I am. There is no going back, only forward. When I met you, I never looked back. I want to have a fresh new start with you. So this person has been through stuff just like you have. But they've, and I feel like it could be a situation where this person may have given up on love. Okay. And then they saw you and they realized you're the person that they're supposed to be with. And so now they're ready to try it again, and they want to have a new beginning. Okay. All right. So we're going to get some more messages. Okay. Then we've got, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Okay. And then we've got, I can't keep going on without you. So this person is like champing at the bit. They really want to be with you. They're really excited about the two of you coming together. Like I told you, for a lot of you, this person already loves you. They already know who you are. Because like I told you, they saw you and realized, who you were, the soul recognition. And now they're excited and curious and wanting to come together. They're ready to talk to you, to know a lot about you, so on and so forth. But they've been watching you. But they've been watching you for different reasons than the twin. The twin has been watching you so that they can try to control you. This person has been watching you, because they're ready to step to you, but they don't want to mess it up. They, like I said, they put you on a pedestal. They know you're the love of their life. You're the person they want to spend the rest of their lives with, and they don't want to mess it up. Okay? That's the difference between the two of them. Let me see if I get one more. So we've got, I'm grateful that you came into my life. Okay? So you are a blessing, a complete and total blessing for this person. Let's get one more. We're going to get a Black Hollywood Romance Stars Oracle card before I let you go. Okay, so we've got very soon. Okay, Virgo, Spirit is telling you. They're saying be clear about what you want, because within the blink of an eye, it will be yours. So this person is coming in. They coming in quick, fast, in a hurry. So you got to, you got to get ready. Go back and do the things that Spirit is recommending that you do. So you're in the prime energy you need to be in to let this person in. Okay. Then we've got vivid dreams. It says pay attention to your dreams. As the connection deepens, your dreams become more pronounced and full of answers. Okay. You may be dreaming about this person at night. I feel like they're dreaming about you as well. You may wake up and be assaulted, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but be inundated. Let's try it again. Be inundated with, messages or visions of this person, and vice versa. Okay. All right. Virgo, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Virgo.